going to be working with Atlas with the lead rope again a little bit. So I'm just working on just desensitizing to him to it, just like doing a bit of counter conditioning. Every time that rope comes up and touches him, he gets reinforced. So every time it touches him, something good happens. So just kind of counter conditioning this rope because he does have quite a fear of it. I also have a very short rope, very stiff rope, so about as unscary as I can make the rope for him. The longer one and the one that's a little bit more supple and moves a lot more is going to be a little bit scarier. So just every time this rope touches him, something good happens. And I've built this up really slowly so that he isn't afraid of this process. So when I want this rope moving around his face, over his neck, under his neck, and making sure that he's cool with this whole thing. So it's taken quite a bit of time and um, energy to do this because he was so fearful of the rope. Ropes can be really scary, especially when they're attached to the horse, and then they start to move and the horse thinks that they're being chased. So, um, and that's what was going on with Atlas. But I love his body language here. His head's nice and low. He seems totally okay with me moving the position of the rope, swinging it up under his head, because I mean that's going to happen with bridle reins. It can swing around his neck. So I want to make sure that he's completely comfortable with all of this happening to him. So up over his back. And every time that rope touches him, he is going to get a reinforcer. So the rope goes on, I click, and then reinforce every single time. Just really counter conditioning that. I want that rope to mean good things and not scary things are happening. So that's what I'm really trying to do right here. And we do the same process on the other side. And you're going to see a lot of this. I've tried it in a lot of different ways, different ropes, all kinds of stuff to try to see what works best for him. And this is working pretty well. I do add in like a start button later on, and that made it go even better. So this looks pretty good, but the start button looked really good as well. So, but he looks really nice with this. Like he doesn't seem worried at all. He doesn't like. I love where his neck's at. Like his ears are kind of pointed back toward the rope. Um, like just kind of listening. And I love how low his neck is. Like he doesn't look tight at all. He's not bringing his head up and keeping it really high. So that looks really good. I love how he's even lowering his neck here. So very, very good. Completely different from what it was before. And I'm just breaking the lesson down. So like now that the rope's kind of on his back, I can kind of flick it up a little bit, pull it off. But yeah, go back and watch his older videos and then come back and watch this. And it's a huge improvement with how he feels about the ropes. And now I'm just kind of leave it on a little bit longer. Want to click and feed while it's on just for a second and then pull it off and then again feed it. So yeah, this looks really good.